one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Garcia passes to Pena. 6 to shoot. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Are you kidding? This is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
Pass to Garcia. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
There's the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. 5 points in the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
It's rebounded by the West.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Pass to Garcia. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the West All-Stars. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. We've got Luka Doncic. Durant is out there with Damian Lillard. And there's Embiid, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot.
Incredibly light-footed at 7 feet tall. Embiid can cover a lot of ground defensively.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Outside Leonard. Towns a screen on Lillard. Tries yet again. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Simmons.
We're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Getting a step on the defense there. Once Leonard has this, you know he's going to capitalize.
That'll be a 5-second call. And the East with some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Towns. And it's DeRozan in for Kawhi Leonard. James Harden, he's checked in for the West. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Stolen by Harden. They're running. From deep. The rebound by Paul George.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
But that looked to me, guys. Like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now Harden. Paul George missing from long range. Three-pointer. Wow, came this close to a... Four-point play. They'll head to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Past All-Stars shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first one falls.
Harden's career, as we all know, is littered with huge stats, but he recently became the first player in NBA history to post a 30-point triple-double in a debut game with a new team.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And DeRozan kicks to Jokic. The second chance effort. And the nice bucket inside from DeRozan.
You've got to get a body on DeMar DeRozan, because if you don't, his size and athleticism will allow him to hurt you on the glass.
And here's Harden for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 6 points.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Boy, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to... And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
We've got Wagner. Antetokounmpo is out there with Jokic. Then it's King. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
The 3. It doesn't go for him. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Giannis passes to Wagner. Deflects the pass. Oh!
Mercy me.
Rips down the 360 jam.
Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, he'll get him the ball.
Elbow shot, and Garcia with the block. Here's Pena, and the layup is good.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Now here's King. He's guarded closely. Here's Jokic. Here he goes. And Jokic slings it in.
The confidence Jokic has is impressive, as is his skill level. He knows he can get it done on the drive pretty much whenever he decides to drive.
Got that one up quick.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
There's 38 seconds left to play. Here in the third. With the floater, and James pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure. On that possession. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
West All-Stars with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so it's the West All-Stars enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes, What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, Stephen Curry's out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Durant, then it's Damian Lillard, and it's LeBron at the center filling out the middle.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight, or what?
Are we ever? I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims.
James, the pass to Curry. Over Irving. It's Curry. That time on the assist by LeBron. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Quite simply, Stephen Curry is the best jump shooter in the history of our great game. And I don't know if it's even a debate. Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Outside, Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
That's just a beautiful move by Towns. Really, he's got such a versatile skill set. There with the plus handles, man, he's got a lot to work with.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
James Harden, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. The West All-Stars with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier from past the arc. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. Jokic has checked in for the East. King comes in for George.
And you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Giannis, he's checked in for the East. Off the inbound, here's Harden. It's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
You're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Again, the miss by Harden. The pass to King. There's the lob at Kumbo, and that's out of bounds. The All-Stars will keep it.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Wagner, he's checked in for the East. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
They get Stephen Curry.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the West All-Stars. They lead by 7. Here's Harden. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by Jokic.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Wagner. He drains the quick shot.
Yeah, his court awareness and feel, Jokic is incredible in those areas. I mean, he sees the floor extremely well for a big guy.
Now Harden. For 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And King, here we go. A shot, no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. LeBron sets the screen for Harden. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The tray, and the 3-ball is good. Harden's got 12 points now in the quarter.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
King, the pass to DeRozan. And the rejection by Curry. Harden against King. A 3-ball. East grabs the miss. This one for 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from 3-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Harden has a wide open look, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
DeRozan finds Jokic. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior.
Defense. Harden, that's good.
A guy like Harden makes the coach look really good. I mean, you can rely on him to consistently give you big scoring performances.
Here's Jokic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions, when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job. Out there, never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And the West All-Stars have possession. It's a 1-point game, and a deep 3 from Harden. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.